This is Las Vegas. Every year, almost $3 billion is wagered on sports. There are only a handful of individuals who set the odds on these events. They are the Linemakers. The smallest, most exclusive fraternity in the sports industry. These are the very guys who created the modern sports book. This show is unlike any other. It has never been done before. This is the Linemakers.
Folks, welcome to Las Vegas and the Linemakers from the South Point Casino. We're going out in style, gearing up for Super Bowl 46. And on this program, wait till you see how we got there. An incredible feature from both sides of the counter on Championship Sunday. Let's talk about the participants, the Patriots and the Giants. And of course, in Las Vegas, the wagering line is what it's all about. Most properties open 3.5, total on the game 56. All of a sudden, 3 is the consensus. Even 2.5s are popping up. Giants money is starting to surface. Let's hear from the Linemakers and get their breakdown on the numbers, side and totals. Ricky, get us rolling.
Brian, I think the number opened where it was supposed to open. If you remember, the NFC prop last week was the AFC a 4-point favorite. So you open at 3.5 most places. I could see the reason for the Giant money. Giants have been very impressive on the run that they've been on. And New England struggled a little bit last week, but I want to talk about the total a little bit. To me, the total seems really high. An opener of 56, 55 now currently at the South Point. There's only been one 56 ever in the Super Bowl out of 45 games, and that game was the Saints and the Colts a couple years ago. The final was 31-17. Out of the 45 games played, only 9 of them have gone over 55, and 2 of those fell 56, Rich.
Wow, Ricky did his homework. That was really good. I got to tell you, this point spread opening at 3.5, it seems to be the right number. But when you're looking at what the number was during the season, Patriots were 7.5, bet up to 9.5. Put them on a neutral field. The game's probably about 6, 6.5, and the Giants' performance has certainly lowered that number down quite a bit. Game opened 3.5 to South Point on Sunday, got bet to 3 immediately on a rather large bet. Now, what the bookmakers do is they don't go from 3 to 2.5. They make the dog $1.20 to try and entice Patriot money at -3 even. But what we're starting to see happening is there's so much Giant money coming in at +3, -20 that the bookmakers are forced to go to 2.5 because they don't know where this thing's going to wind up. They're looking for some big money on New England. Kenny's laughing because he's waiting for that big money on the Giants so he could play New England probably.
I'm trying to figure out what he said. I'm going to tell you what's going on in this game is when we make the line on the Super Bowl, when we make a line in any game, we're trying to balance the money. We're not trying to balance the room. If there's 100 people in the room, we're not trying to split the room 50-50. We can't. We have to split the room in the money. And it's 99% of the room has 1% of the money, and 1% of the room has 99% of the money. And we're trying to figure out who they're trying to bet. Well, in this game, it's a little different because that 1% wagers more actually than the professionals. So we thought they would like the Patriots, and that's why they put the line out 3.5. I thought 3 was the right line. That's where it should sit. The general public will bet the Patriots. The wise guys will bet the Giants.
Let's trend the Super Bowls out for you. 45 renditions of this event, 26 and 18 the favorites have covered. If you're doing the math at home, 1982 was a pick'em game. The under has been the trend 5 of the last 7 years, as Ricky alluded to. Let's talk about the defenses. Both quarterbacks get all the publicity, Kenny, but the Giants are healthy now, and the Patriots' D is actually playing better, too.
Every game's a snowflake. Forget the 5-7, the 5-2, the 6-4. If you told me it was 69-1 under, then I might like the under in the game. But again, both defenses are playing a lot better than their season stats. Handicapping the Super Bowl in the last 10 years, you cannot use season stats. Use current form. The Giants' current form in the last 6 games, they're the 4th best defense in the NFL. If you use the season stats, they're the 26th best defense. You know what's more correct. Are they 4th or are they 26th?
Every game's a snowflake. That's pretty good. I like that. You know, Giants covered 7 in the last 8 games. They're on fire. The game is 3 right now. The dog has got some juice on it, so you got to be careful. Anything less than 3, you'll find out our picks in a little while.
Look, you can obviously make a case for either side, and as Rich said, we'll give you our picks later in the show. But you look at New England, they've won 10 in a row since they lost 24-20 to this Giant team back in Week 9. And then you look at the Giants, they've beaten the Jets, the Cowboys, the Falcons, the Packers, and the 49ers in the last 5 weeks, and they've outscored those opponents 141-67. That's why it's the big game. It's not easy to handicap it.
We know it's the Patriots and the Giants, but how did we get here? Stick around. You are going to flat out love it. We're going to recap Championship Sunday with unfettered access from the line makers on both sides of the counter here at the South Point, and we get things started before kickoff of the AFC Championship game with Vinny Magliulo.
Welcome to the South Point Sportsbook. It's Championship Sunday to determine who goes to the Super Bowl. We're going to take a look behind the scenes and inside the numbers with director Bert Osborne. But before we do, Richie B is going to walk you through some bets by some players just like you.
I'm with Karen from Tempe, Arizona. She's going to tell us who she likes today. Karen, what do you think?
Richie, this is who I think. I like the 49ers and I like the Ravens. I'm fond of Brady, but I'm going with the Ravens. I got a couple parlays. Here we go. Baltimore in the under. I got the San Francisco the under. Baltimore in the under. 2-team parlay, San Francisco and Baltimore. I also put in a prop bet. First team to score first, the Ravens.
She's got the board covered. She's got everything. I hope she has good luck today. Good luck, Karen.
Thanks, Richie.
I'm with Brian from the great city of Cleveland. Brian's a professional sports bettor that's hanging out today at the South Point. Brian, tell us what you got.
I took Baltimore plus the 7.5 a little earlier in the week. I also took the 4.5 on the first half in this game. Also played a couple of props. I got receiving yards. I took Branch over Smith, and also I took Bolton under 4.5 receptions, and then I also took Green Ellis to score a touchdown.
Brian got the value by getting the hook early. Make sure you do the same thing next time. Good luck, Brian. I'm here with Donnie Casino, and I checked his driver's license. Donnie, who you got today?
Hey, boss, today I took the Ravens with the points. Obviously, I think the Patriots will probably pull the game out, but I think it's going to be a closer game than anticipated.
So Ravens crowd here at the South Point today.
We're in Bert Osborne's office behind the sportsbook counter, the nerve center for all the wagering activity today. And Bert, where do you stand on this Ravens-Patriots game?
Well, I'm looking at it. We are a big Baltimore Ravens fans today. Everybody has the New England Patriots. Straight bets, parlays, totals, and teasers.
And just because the game has already kicked off, Bert's work is just starting on this game. He's getting ready for halftime wagering, and in-progress wagering takes place at every stoppage.
And I got a couple prop bets.
Halftime, Bert. Well, how did the first half treat you?
First half wasn't bad. We knocked out the parlays on the Patriots, so we had a small winner.
All right. Now, what do we have here in the second half?
Halftime was Patriots 4-24. We went up 4-24.5. Same trend as the beginning of the game.
Same trend continues. Hey, Richie, how are our bettors doing out in the casino?
13-10 Patriots at the half. The whole room's on New England. We got the only 3 Ravens bettors, I believe. Tempe girl Karen, she's in the hunt. Donnie Casino still got a shot. And our professional bettor Brian, he did good. He had the winner with Ellis scoring a touchdown, took 4.5 in the first half, And of course, he's got 7.5. Watch out, second half, New England.
Bert, what a finish, right down to the wire. That'd be a pretty good result.
Very good, very good finish and very good result for the book.
Good, Bert. I mean, teasers, liability.
Straight bets got knocked out, parlays got knocked out, teasers carried through, but what we want in with the straight bets and the parlays, it helps us out.
Good for the house. Richie, how did our bettors do?
Like we've been saying, not who wins the game, but who covers the spread. If you're a Patriot fan, you're going to the Super Bowl. But if you're a Raven bettor, you're going to the window and cashing your ticket. So now we got the NFC Championship game coming up. I got 3 winners right here. We all had a great time. We're going to do it again.
Richie, you're right. We're going to do it again. That's what we do in Las Vegas. One game ends, another one's right around the corner. Let's talk to the line makers because these guys have been in Bert Osborne's shoes in the past.
Well, yeah, Brian, I mean, in this case, you're in the perfect spot. I mean, you got exactly the outcome you wanted in the first game. You got the Ravens in the under. You've already locked up a bunch of money for the day. You don't have a lot of liability. Money's coming on the Giants. Money's coming on the under. But right now, you're out there walking around shaking hands and offering people comps. You can't lose for the day.
Yeah, it certainly don't always work that way. But when it does, it makes it much easier for the second game. And the environment out in the room was fantastic. I was here on Sunday. The room's packed. Everybody's enjoying himself, betting, having a good time, gambling. You can't do this anywhere else. Only in Vegas, only at the South Point. Kenny?
Only in Vegas or Nevada is the key there, Richie, and you're right. Hey, we're sitting in the ivory tower watching the game, thinking we're trying to make a Super Bowl either-or numbers, and we're happy because it's much easier when the favorite wins the game and doesn't cover the spread. The hardest thing we have to do is make a number when the favorite wins in a blowout and everybody wins their favorite and over parlays, because now we have to make over adjustments. The Super Bowl number was easy to make.
How cool is this? The line makers have you covered. You won't see this anywhere else. Keep it right here. When we come back on Velocity, we're going to kick it off in the NFC Championship game. Vinny and Richie will take you through that exciting afternoon.
Welcome back to the Line Makers. Bert, moving to the NFC title game. What's the house's position here?
Believe it or not, we switched sides now. We're taking the 49ers and the under is the sides we need.
Favorite and under in the NFC title game. Very fickle, this betting business. And Richie is out in the book with a couple of new bettors for this one.
I'm here with Brady from Kentucky. Brady said she made some bets on the Niners-Giants game. Let's see who she's got.
Well, Richie, I took the Niners on the money line, and I took a parlay, the Niners and under, because the field's kind of a mess, and nobody likes to play in that, so that's what I'm going with.
You feel good about that, Brady?
Oh, hell yeah, Richie.
Salute.
Salute.
Yeah, I'm with Tony from Boston, but I'm not going to hold it against him. Tony had a good first game. He bet it under. He knew it was too many points, and he had the Patriots to win the AFC Championship. Now, in this game, he told me he's got a few more bets. Tony, what do you got?
You like the Giants money line, the over in the Giants 49ers game.
2 straight bets for Tony. He's a smart man betting on New York. Back with Brian for the Niners-Giants NFC Championship game. Now, Brian told me he didn't have a side in this game with the Giants being less than a 3-point underdog, but he did find some propositions on this game that he liked. Brian, tell us what you liked.
I played the Giants to score first. I also played the Giants in the first quarter plus a half a point. I played over 9 punts and under 5 sacks.
That's what the pros do. The pros look for value. He's looking at a lower scoring game. Bet the punts over. Watch out, baby. Brian's on fire.
Bert, weather certainly played a part in this giant Niner first half.
Well, the first half definitely. The square players, recreational players, and the sharps definitely seen before the game, the rain, and they definitely took a shot at the under. So we had a slight loser on the first half in this particular game.
What are you going to use on the second half for the side and total?
Well, we opened up the Niners -0.5 and the total 20.
20. Well, let's head out back into the book to see how our bettors are doing in this game.
Watching that first half, I'd rather watch paint dry. But our kids, they're doing okay. One's got the Giants, one got the Niners on the money line. They both got it under. They're a small favorite for one of them to hit that parlay. Our pro, Brian, a couple of prop bets didn't turn out too good for him, but he's alive and well with the punts over. They got 6. The sacks under the 5. I think they got 2 right now. We'll see what the second half turns out to. Better be better than the first half. An exciting second half of football with the New York Giants winning on a game-winning field goal in overtime. All wagers were action. Everything hinged on that field goal. Tony from Boston, he had the Giants on the money line. He's the winner. Unfortunately for Kentucky woman Brady, she had the Niners on the money line. She did have the under, though. Our pro, Brian, he hit 1 out of 4 propositions, but as long as he's taking value, I'm betting on him. Let's go to Vinny now in the sports book to see what the line is on the Super Bowl.
Well, the Super Bowl is set. It's the Giants and the Patriots. The Patriots, 3.5-point favorites, and the total is 56. When we come back, we'll break it down with the line makers.
It indeed has been a fun and wild ride for the line makers. We've made it to the end of professional football. We're not going anywhere without hearing from the line makers. Time for predictions on Super Bowl 46. Rick Heron, sir, you are on the hot seat.
Well, Brian, it ought to be a short segment, guys. I mean, I'm on a show with 3 guys from New York. You know they're picking the Giants. Unfortunately, I like the Giants, too. The Giants are starting to be one of those teams that got healthy at the right time. They got on a roll the way the Steelers did, the way the Packers did last year. They already beat New England 24-20 in New England. They beat them without Ahmad Bradshaw, without Hakeem Nixon, without Hugh Manura. They're playing very well right now. They're all back. They're all healthy. I like the Giants, and I like the under, Vin.
As my Uncle Dominic would say, Ricky, you're a very wise man. You're going to be statistic to death. 45 years of this, 45 years of that. Go with the team that's playing the best football right now. It's the New York Giants.
Giants are playing the best football, but you know what? If you're getting less than 3, you ain't getting anything, and that's the problem. Your man reads you 3, take the 3. Root for the Giants, put the cash up, take the 3 points. Less than 3, Kenny will tell you what to do.
All these guys are biased. Nobody talks about the Patriots' 10-game winning streak, the hottest team in football. The Giants? I don't think so. The Patriots are the hottest team in football. I'm going to lay the money line. I'm going to go no overtime and no safety in the Super Bowl.
Pretty boy Tom Brady is going to get his butt kicked by the New York Giant defense. That is the bottom line here. Just remember this, Tom. Eli is coming.
He's listening.
All I know is when the world's on one side, run the other way. I'm loving 2.5s out there. I'm going square Bob here. I like the Patriots and Brady to get revenge, 31-27. Okay, final thoughts. It's been a fun summer, a fun fall, a lot of fun with the line makers. Let's get the final thoughts from the line makers, and we'll start with Lou's last word down there, sir.
I want to thank all of our fans out there, and especially my friend back in New Jersey, Frankie C., for all your support. Thank you very much.
Love to thank everybody watching the show all year long. We've had a great time. Hope you have too. Hope we've taught you a little bit about sports gambling in Vegas. We love it. Hope you love it.
The boys have certainly kept me alive this year, and I thank them for that. Take care of your friends and your family.
Thanks to all of you, from the Bell Cult in Brooklyn to everybody on the West Coast. We told you in the beginning, you'd never watch a game the same way again, and I'll tell you what, we'll never film the same way again.
It's been a great year. Thank you all for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here next season.
That's the bottom line. We invite you to look for a reprise of the Line Makers come March Madness and next football season. And don't forget, each and every day there's outstanding video, audio, articles, great content. It's at your fingertips at thelinemakers.com. And for all my buddies here, the Line Makers, we want to thank our executive producers, Nick Rhodes, Terry Lywicki, Jonathan Shelley Lywicki, our director, Paul Remo, Michael Gaughan here at the South Point, Tom Mikovits from the South Point, and you, the viewers. It's been fun. We look forward to doing it again. Don't forget, check out thelinemakers.com. And finally, I want to thank the Line Makers. You guys have been great. It's been a fun ride, and we thank you for joining us all season long right here on Velocity. Stop by and see us if you come to Las Vegas.
Salute.